Good afternoon and welcome to live streaming coverage from the Catholic School Winter Classic on BayPreps.com. I am Pat O'Rourke, and with me is Brian Guiney to assist with the broadcast coverage throughout today. Also, our producer and cameraman is Jerry Gerard, as we're pleased to bring you the first of 5 games we're streaming from the Catholic School Winter Classic. I am Pat O'Rourke. We just saw the first game go final, and it was Central Catholic defeating St. Elizabeth 57-19, the final score there. And now we get ready for Riordan versus Moreau Catholic. The final game of the day, the one that is very heavily anticipated, and that is Salesian versus Midian. That's a great way to cap off the day, Brian.
Yeah, it sure is. And the thing about that game is obviously everyone knows about Midian and Salesian. The two talked about stars, Salesian with Jabari Bird and Midi with Aaron Gordon. But I think the tell of that game is going to be the role players, maybe like Connor Peterson, Brandon Abagello from Midi, how they do against Salesian's fast-paced pressure. And so to me, that's going to be the tell of the game, the role players from Midi and Salesian.
For sure, and both those teams pride themselves on defense, and we're going to see a couple of very good defensive squads, even though it is early in the year and that final game of the day. These two teams, Riordan and Moreau, also like to pride themselves on defense, and they're both off to good starts to their season, as Moreau is 8-3 and Riordan is 6-0. We are going to pause for the national anthem. All right, we're ready to go. The second of 6 games saved, the first game that we are streaming, and it is Moreau Catholic versus Riordan. Moreau 8-3, Riordan is 6-0. Of course, the story of Riordan is they've got a lot of good transfers that aren't eligible yet, but will be eligible after the new year when we get ready for. And we are pausing once again. And, of course, it is fitting. We do have the Our Father. This is the Catholic School Winter Classic, and Riordan and Moreau Catholic, the teams we're about getting ready to see. And as I was saying, Brian, Moreau 8-3, Riordan 6-0. Riordan's got a lot of good transfers we'll see after the new year, but this team they got right on the floor right now is already a very good one.
Yeah, they're very good. They play well in all their games so far, and right now it's just a prep for the WCAL. They're playing against the Moreau Catholic team that's obviously very young, starting 3 freshmen, but knowing Frank Knight, the way he used to get after, I'm sure his team is the same way, and Riordan probably should get used to this. Be a good prep for a WCL game for him.
For sure, and that's when you look at Moreau Catholic, they're a team that played Salesian last night, so they're playing the second of a back-to-back. They went down to defeat 65-44 last night when they played in Richmond against the Pride, and now we'll see them in this game against a really good Riordan team that you have to think is a favorite for this game. And talking with Coach Knight of Moreau Catholic, Frank Knight, the head coach there, who played his college ball at St. Mary's, but also played his high school ball at Fremont in Oakland. And, of course, Rich Buckner is a coach at Riordan. But talking with Coach Knight, he says the bar's been set. We know where we need to go, but we've got to get there in terms of after playing that very good Salesian team last night. And now they go up against Riordan, who, as we said, is off to a 6-0 start. They're currently introducing starting lineups right now. And as for the Riordan Crusaders, they start Drew Mabry. He is 5'9 senior. Jade Ubaja is also in that lineup. He is a 5'11 junior. Bobby Arenas is a 6'1 junior. Graham Gilran is a 6'7 senior. And Christian Hernandez is a 6'1 senior. As for Moreau Catholic, told you very freshman laden. They have 7 freshmen that will get regular playing time. And in the starting lineup, one of them who's going to have the jump against Gilran is Oscar Freyer. Freyer is a 6'5 freshman. Also, you got Brandon Lawrence, a 6'1 freshman. Armand Simmons, as the tip is won by the Moreau Catholic Mariners. They're going from right to left. The team in white. They immediately get down low, and a turnaround fadeaway jumper is off the mark from Freyer, and the rebound goes to the Crusaders and Mabry. So there's Drew Mabry, 5'9 senior, working against the Moreau Catholic zone.
Yeah, Riordan's getting good ball movement right now. That's a nice looking shot from 15 feet. That's a little short, though.
Yeah, Gilran gets his own rebound, puts it up again, misses, gets another rebound, and gets fouled. So we see Graham Gilran, the 6'7 senior, very active here in the early going. And, of course, those transfers are certainly going to help when we get into WCAL play, but Gilran's going to play a factor for Riordan considering the size he goes up against on a nightly basis in league.
He sure is, and he looked very impressive there, very active, and not afraid to go to the hoop, something that's going to pay dividends for him down the line.
He makes the first of 2 free throws. Gilran on the season, 69% from the line coming in this game, 11 of 16. And his second free throw is no good. And look at skying for the rebound is the 6'5 freshman, Oscar Freyer. So it's 1-0 Crusaders. Last foul was on Moreau Catholic. And that was Calvin Lau with the foul, another freshman. Here's Freyer, another jumper. He's 0 for 2 from the field, but an offensive rebound and a putback chance inside the lane misses by Simmons. Crusaders clear it. Quickly the other direction, a pass too high and over the head of Gilran as Jade Ubaja tried to feed him on the break, and it's out of bounds to Moreau, and you see the official digging out the basketball from the trash can.
Yeah, the fitting came out of a trash can. It was kind of a trashy pass, to tell you the truth. So they got to tighten that up here before, like I said, it's still preseason, so they'll figure that all out.
Moreau a little bit cold offensively from the floor. They've missed their first 3 shots. With it on the far right side is Armand Simmons, 5'11 freshman. He's their second leading scorer and the leading assist man, as you expect from the point guard. On the left side, this is Richard Hampton, another freshman. All freshman starting lineup at Moreau, and turn it over. First turnover for the Mariners, quickly up the floor and scoring the layup for the Crusaders is A.J. Padronis, and Riordan leads it by the score of 3-0.
Yeah, Riordan looking out, using their defense to create turnovers and get running here early.
Another turnover by the Mariners. Quickly up the floor. This is Mabry. He's going to score the layup, and Riordan's off to the 5-0 start.
Yeah, you can tell right now Moreau, their young guards are having trouble against this tough Riordan man defense that they're playing.
We've played 2 minutes, and the Crusaders are up 5-0. Man defense over on the far right side. With the basketball's Freyer. Now this is Hampton. They're continuing to have trouble with that pressure. They do get it inside the lane, but a strip. Loose ball picked up by Mabry. Up the floor once again to Padronis. His layup is blocked by Freyer, but the putback is there for Arenas. All Riordan at the start. Crusaders up 7-0 as they have capitalized on 3 Moreau turnovers, scoring those last 3 buckets off those Moreau Catholic turnovers. And it's a quick start for the team from San Francisco, the Riordan Crusaders.
Yeah, that last bucket was a typical Riordan basketball, just outright defensive pressure causing the turnover. Oscar Freyer made an athletic play to get a block, but once again, Bobby Arenas charging the hoop, getting the rebound and putting it back in.
So it is 7-0 Riordan. They've got 4 different players that are on the scoreboard. Mabry, Arenas, and Padronis all have a bucket. Really curious to watch some of these both players on both sides, but Bobby Arenas is a guy who's a 6'1 junior. It's a very active player, he's a 6'1", but he's averaging 8.3 rebounds per game and 12.8 points per game. This is Armand Simmons taking it to the right block and drawing the foul. First foul of the game called against Riordan. It's going to go against Christian Hernandez.
Yeah, that's where Mitty's going to have to attack this man-to-man pressure. Be strong with the ball and attack the hoop.
Here's an open three-point try that misses. The rebound inside the lane, partially blocked. And Riordan comes away with the loose ball. That was Hernandez. And the Crusaders a little bit sloppy. They turn it over a second time.
Yeah, Drew Mabry there was looking to do a little too much. I think just get the ball like they had started early, get the ball moving around, get good movement offensively, and they'll be fine.
Up top, this is Armand Simmons. Working in Calvin Lau, gets called for the travel, and it seems like Lau, a 6'4 freshman, has had some issues with that defensive pressure.
Yeah, that Hernandez put unbelievable pressure on him there. And like I said earlier, Moreau's they have to attack the basket, be strong with the ball, and use their athleticism with Oscar Freire inside.
A little bit timid at the start. They went up against a really good experienced team last night, Salesian. As Freire, who shows up some athleticism, a great block shot. They get up the floor to him, and Moreau Catholic's on the board on the two-handed jam.
Yeah, that was all Freire there. Started with the block, took off running, got the nice outlet pass, and he threw it down easy. Not bad for a freshman.
So Freire with the stuff, and maybe that gets what the Mariners going. It does set up some full court pressure, but Riordan easily breaks it. This is Mabry pulling up on the right wing. Get it back up top, Mabry straight away. Actually not Mabry, but that was Ubaja. And the rebound goes to Freire. Freire, the leading scorer in this Moreau Catholic team, 14.6 points per game for the 6'5 Frosh. He's got it on the high left. On the baseline, stepping in, kicking it back out top was Richard Hampton. From the free throw line, Lawrence turns around and misses, and the rebound pulled in by the man we mentioned earlier in Arenas. Arenas gets it back. He wants the three. And rebound to Lawrence. Spinning his way in, nearly traveling, missing the wild shot was Hampton. Loose ball picked up inside, score the bucket, and they're going to count that with the foul.
Looks like it, yeah. That was, like we said earlier, that's the way Moreau's going to need to attack the hoop. Just take the ball to the rim strong and just relentlessly rebound. And Riordan got a little lazy on that play. They're upset. They didn't get back quick enough, and that's what you're going to get.
Good response out of the timeout called by Frank Knight as the free throw and the converted three-point play from Armand Simmons. He drew the foul there on Bobby Arenas. So it's 7-5 ball game, 3:43 to go in the opening quarter. A pull-up three by Mabry rattles out. And it's cleared by Simmons, 5'11 Frosh. Along the baseline, little runner. Misses by Lawrence. Tip rebound to Crusaders. Through traffic in the front court. Ubaja goes all the way to the rim, misses. And on the rebound, a foul. And Gillerin.
Yeah, that's our guy Gillerin again. They're attacking the glass and being active inside. He's the one kind of big guy. Although Arenas at 6'1" plays big inside, but he's their guy that he needs to be active on the glass all night long.
So Gillerin goes to the line where he is already 1 of 2. Deathly quiet as he makes the first free throw. Gillerin, a 6'7" senior, comes into this game averaging 5.8 points and 3.7 rebounds. So he makes them both. That foul was on Suarez of Moreau, a 5'11 senior, a rare senior on this Moreau Catholic team. And going right to the bucket is Lawrence. Nicely done. Brandon Lawrence, his first points. And Moreau's back within 2.
It was a real impressive move by his 6'1" freshman guard to take it to the rim like that with his left hand. That was nice.
That's what you were calling for, Moreau, to show that assertiveness on the offensive end. And here's a block shot by Freire.
I said Oscar Freire again, unbelievable athleticism. It's got to be right now his second block, and he's altered several shots.
Yeah, a couple blocks already, and there you got Zach Mazzoli, the outstanding quarterback on the Riordan football team. Here's a three, though, from outside by Bobby Arenas. And Riordan's up 5 again. Started this game up 7-0. Here's Lawrence once again. Nice moved to the hole, but he missed the shot, and the rebound pulled in by the Crusaders and Ubaja. And up the floor, we've got a foul as Mabry tried to attack the basket.
Yeah, it looks like he got him with the body down low. But that's the way, it's a nice move by Mabry. He didn't get out of control like he has a couple times early. Took it to the rim hard, got his foul. Now he'll get his points at the line.
And the tempo in this game starting to pick up a little bit.
Yeah, it sure is. Now you can tell Moreau's getting settled in. They've increased their defensive pressure, which is leading to easy buckets for them. So these freshmen are now getting they're aging with this game right now.
You're listening to Brian Guiney, former standouts there. I'm Pat O'Rourke, as we bring you coverage from the Catholic School Winter Classic. Both free throws made by Mabry, and there's a turnover by Moreau. They had gone some time after turning it over 4 times in the early going. That's their 5th with 2:38 to go in the opening quarter. You just saw a couple free throws.
Yeah, Simmons is going to want that pass back, but now they're going into a little zone press. I like it. They're trying to make Riordan beat their press defense.
Said Mabry made a couple free throws. He made 1 or 2 that last trip down, but here he goes right to the bucket. Great dribble drive there, and the Crusaders have their biggest lead, and Mabry's got 5.
Yeah, Moreau's going to look to score. They're going to need a score here this time down.
And this is Armand Simmons, and he makes the foul shot. He's now 4 of 5 from the line. It's going to be interesting to see where he and a lot of these other Crusaders fit in when they do get those transfers back, because they're going to have a very deep team. Already they're not too bad, but very deep when they get those transfers back.
Yeah, that's very true. I'm sure their practices are pretty intense. I mean, you got guys playing right now. They're going to be fighting for a roster spot here in a few weeks.
It's 17-7. The Crusaders up to a 10-point margin. This is an 8-0 run. And the other way, we've got an aggressive move by Conan True, who comes in this game averaging 3 points. He's a 6'3" junior, and he's going to the foul line. Second foul, by the way, on Bobby Arenas, who's got 5 points for Riordan.
Yeah, he's going to have to watch himself. He's a player that Riordan can't do without. At 6'1", he plays as like a power forward for him, and they're going to need him to grab rebounds.
Moreau gets it down to single figures in that first free throw by True. Yeah, Arenas 12.8 points, 8.3 rebounds per game. Also gets 2.2 steals per contest for Riordan. Second free throw missed. Free throw line, Mazzoli, good pump fake. Nice bounce pass underneath, but he traveled first. So 4 turnovers on Riordan, 5 on Moreau, 1:35 to play in the opening quarter. It's the second of 6 games from the Catholic School Winter Classic. We're streaming 5 of the games. We didn't stream the first one, which was won by Central Catholic over St. Elizabeth, 57-19. This is Oscar Freyer up top, the leading scorer on the season for Moreau. Spins his way around inside the lane, leans in towards the rim, and scores the bucket. And Freyer has his second field goal.
Yeah, he's an impressive talent. I can't talk enough about this Oscar Freyer. He's a freshman, score inside and out.
And here is Drew Mabry again with using some magician work as he gets inside the lane, but he missed the shot. So Moreau brings it the other way, and Armand Simmons gets fouled.
Yeah, that was an impressive take by Simmons. Gillerin was unlucky to get that foul. Looked like he had position, but might have leaned over and gone with the body as he went up. Good call by the ref.
So Simmons goes to the free throw line. He's got 3 points. He misses the shot there. He's averaging 11.6 to go with 4.6 assists, 2.8 rebounds, and 2 steals per contest. Not bad for a freshman. Of course, we could say that a lot about these Moreau players, as they are primarily freshmen. He makes a second of the 2 free throws. So he's got 4. Oscar Freyer's got 4 for Moreau. Graham Gilran, Bobby Arenas each have 5, along with Drew Mabry for Riordan. 50 seconds to go in the opening quarter. On the right side, this is Mabry. Bounce pass to Gilran. Nice feed to Mazzoli. Mazzoli gets rid of it, and scooping in the layup and scoring for the Crusaders is Usman Hamid.
That was great ball movement by Riordan, resulting in an easy bucket for him.
They made that extra pass twice there. Here's Freyer getting it stripped out of his hands and stepping out of bounds as he was trying to grab that loose ball as Jude Ubaja. So it's still Mariners basketball. The next game will be St. Mary's of Stockton against St. Francis. We'll get our fill of some WCAL teams today. Riordan, the first of 4 WCAL teams that are playing. Of course, concluding with that big Midi-Salesian game scheduled for 7:30. Here's Freyer stepping in for the jump shot and burying it. He's got a half dozen.
Yeah, it was showing his nice touch from the outside along with his good footwork inside. He's going to be can't talk enough about him. He's going to be a real impressive player for Frank Knight.
8 seconds to go in the quarter here. This is Mabry handling the ball, dribbling through a double team, feeds it to Gilran, who can't handle it. And that's a 5th turnover for Riordan, and Moreau gets it back with 4.3 seconds left to go the length of the floor. This is Brandon Lawrence at midcourt, lose it. Mabry the steal, 1 second is Eve at the buzzer, rims out. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, it's Riordan jumping out 7-0. They led by 10 at one point. They'll take a 6-point lead into the second quarter. You're watching high school basketball action. We'll take an audio break on BayPreps.com. Go to kimshorsetraining.com for Franklin Canyon Stables. Thanks to our sponsors for help bringing you the coverage today from the Catholic School Winter Classic. This is BayPreps.com. Riordan's got the basketball. Gilran underneath. Nice feed. Good ball movement again from the Crusaders. And the layup is there for Christian Hernandez. A good start for Riordan out of the second quarter.
Yeah, that's that ball movement again, leading another easy bucket for the Crusaders.
They out-rebounded Moreau 11-9 the first quarter. Moreau had 6 turnovers. Riordan had 5. This is Oscar Freyer up top. He's Moreau's leading scorer in this game with 6, and on the season, his pass is deflected out of bounds. It will stay with Moreau. They are the host team of this event. Great job by Frank Knight and everyone at Moreau Catholic for putting this event on. You can't say enough about this great basketball we're going to be watching today. It's a jumper from the baseline. Is good for Brandon Lawrence, who has his second bucket. I mean, just tremendous talent to watch in one place. All it takes is a $10 ticket, and you can watch 6 games today. And if you're not here yet, hey, there's still 4 more games after this one. Going to the bucket and scoring, but they're going to wipe it away and say a charge on Jade Ubaja.
Yeah, it was a great defensive effort there by number 34, Conan True. Not afraid, he got in front, got his feet set, and got rewarded by the referee with a charge call.
It's the first personal foul on Ubaja, 15 foul. Moreau's got 14 fouls. Just underway second quarter, 7:08 till halftime. Riordan jumped out 7-0. They've led since. Here's a jumper straight away that is good from the three-point line for Ryan Regner, a 6-foot freshman, and Moreau cuts that 6-point lead in half. And they apply a little pressure here in the trap. Gilran, nice feed underneath, finds Hernandez again, who did not score in the first quarter, but has 4 points to open the second. And Hernandez doing a good job moving without the ball. So Gilran can find him, as Gilran was kind of pinned towards the baseline there. And now we're going to get an offensive foul on Moreau, and that's going to be on Freyer, setting that pick. So that will give it right back to the Crusaders.
Yeah, he reached out there for that screen when he really didn't need to and picked up a cheap foul. So he might be regretting that later on in this contest.
6.5 to go in the second quarter. This is Ubaja. Ubaja misses badly. Freyer goes up for the rebound, and he got fouled as he got knocked out of his hands. But Freyer's just got such great length. I mean, those arms.
Yeah, he's long, and not only long, but gets up quick. It's got great spring.
And you think probably here, he's just a freshman. These next few years, we're going to see him in the weight room a lot more, and that's going to make him an even tougher player inside.
Oh, yeah, and you could tell he's got room for growth. He's got kind of broad shoulders, and he's long. He's going to grow. He's going to get a few inches in him. He's going to be a real, looks like a real D1 talent.
Zach Mazzoli's into the game. Mabry. Ubaja also on the floor for Riordan. There's a steal by Mazzoli on the 8th Moreau turnover. Gilran inside the lane. Mazzoli hangs in the air, can't convert. Gilran the rebound, goes up and scores. There's that man again, Graham Gilran. That's his first field goal, but he's got 7 points and 4 rebounds. A very active first half. Freyer gets called for the charge as Gilran falls backwards. Freyer can't believe the call, and that is good for Arenas. A little bit of a set shot there, and he buries it, and Riordan's back up to a 10-point lead, 8 points for the 6'1 junior Bobby Arenas, and the Mariners turn it over a 10th time.